Today, we're doing a champion guide or spotlight on Hope. She's a Magic Affinity epic champion from the Sacred Order, and she is a massive support that can help progress any account through almost any content you put her in. So let's jump into her kit and see just what she has and how she can help your account. Her A1 attacks one enemy, has a 30% chance of placing a block buff's debuff for 2 turns. She's an HP based champion, but this skill is an attack based skill. Her damage is based on attack. I wouldn't build my Hope for damage, so I focus my Hope on the HP side, so I don't really worry about this too much. But a one hit A1 on a booked up 50% chance to land one single solitary debuff is not reliable enough for any champion for me to focus on that debuff from that champion. Her A2 increases the duration of buffs on all allies by 1 turn. Places a shield buff equal to 25% of this champion's HP on all allies for 2 turns. It goes in that order, so it'll increase the duration of all buffs on all champions first, then she will apply her shield buff on all champions second. But 25% of her HP is massive. When it deals with HP or healing, I always prefer the skills that are focused on this champion's max HP. That way you can control the amount of HP or the amount of value that you're going to bring to your team, rather than keep it up to chance when it's based on the receiving champion's HP. It is inconsistent, and I prefer this type of skill better than the other version. Her A3 is an AoE attack, attacks all enemies, has a 50% chance of removing all buffs. Book that up to a 75% chance, book down to a 3-turn cooldown, so she can cycle that through quite often. There's some specific content that you can bring her into to remove all the buffs. There's a chance that this can be a beneficial skill for your content depending on where you bring her in, whether it be some of the potion keeps or potentially in the arena if you want to take her there. But I would prefer my Hope to be built around that A2 shield and increased duration on the buffs. She does have an aura, increases ally HP in factions by 31%. That is pretty nice for the faction keeps. My Hope, she has got 50,000 HP, and if I increase her HP by another 31%, she gets a 15,500 HP boost for being in the faction keep if she is the team lead, to go on top of that 50,000, which in turn lets her shield jump from a 12,500 HP shield to a 16,375 HP shield on everybody on the entire team for 2 turns. That's a massive shield. That shield's as large, if not larger, than some champions' total HP. She's got value that she can bring to your content. Okay, so we are in some gameplay with Hope right now. We're in Ice Golem 13. It's not the best Ice Golem out there, but we do have a team of only level 50s. Granted, they are all epics, but for the most part, we are probably about 50, maybe 30% booked on these champions. They don't have the best gear, and they're only 50s, showcasing just what any free-to-play account could potentially pull off if they wanted to. We're focusing on Hope right now, though. Remember, she's got that ability to shield on everybody. She's got that ability to increase the buff durations for everybody on the team. There's a shield for everybody for 25% of her max HP. It's a solid shield to go on people because she has a solid HP percentage. She does roughly about a 12,500 HP shield on everybody on the team. Can easily take that Frigid Vengeance hit from that Ice Golem right there. Grizzled Jarl, he just did a massive decrease attack debuff on everybody on the enemy team. I like that. There's his increased defense and his block buffs buff on everybody. Too bad Hope isn't lined up with her increased buff duration. That's a perfect time to do that on this team right after Grizzled Jarl. She does have one more chance. There it is. Increase buff duration for the increased defense buff. So everybody has it for another turn, and give that Grizzled Jarl a chance to come back around and place it up to keep it up, or potentially let Steel Skull replace it with his own version to keep that increased defense buff all the time. There it is. Thank you, Steel Skull, for the clutch. I like it. Hope, I do like her kit. On the surface, digging into it, it just feels like it's valuable for any content. A massive shield, a buff duration increase. That just seems like there could be some potential compositions that she can be a star in and be an MVP or the anchor for. If you know of any compositions that she could be helpful for with that increased duration for all buffs and that shield she has, please let me know down in the comments below. I would love to hear about some compositions that you can think of for her. So her masteries. I think this is going to be the most ideal setup for your Hope. You want her to be able to take hit, to be able to do as many shields as as she possibly can and as big of a shield as she possibly can. So I went down the support and the defense tree. I wanted that top of the defense, I wanted the increased defense, and I also wanted her to increase her HP. That's another 810 HP that she could potentially do. Now, if I was to fully book her out, I would most likely go all the way down and do this HP boost right here, an extra 3000 HP that she can do. You stack that 3000 HP with her aura, that's an extra 4000 HP that she will be able to have roughly, and then that extra 4000 HP with a 25% shield that she can do, that's an extra 1000 HP that she can give to every single person on the team in the form of a shield. This right here will be very valuable for her and your content, especially in faction wars, so don't overlook your hope. The big question is though, should you 6-star your hope as a free-to-play player? My answer is yes. She can bring value to your account, and she can definitely be worth the resources for your account in your faction wars or anywhere in the account for that matter, because she's got that massive shield to help keep your team alive. And if you're looking for another healer that's potentially a rare healer, click on this video right here and Mother Superior will not disappoint you, and I'll see you in that video.